Ruger. This is ground force. Sun's going down, storm's moving in. Enemies on the move. We're going to move closer to position. Enemy carrying AK-47, wearing body armor. He's wearing plates and some swords, and he's armed. I'm gonna have to go for a headshot. Keep it quiet. Enemy down, repeat, enemy. I'm going to assume that you know what we're talking about because you saw the thumbnail and you read the title, and there's a good chance that you're here because of a video I previously done on this subject. Today we're talking about 22 LR for fighting. This time we're going on the offense. Today's video sponsor is Carcajou Tactical. Whether you're looking for boonie hats, sniper veils, viper hoods, you just want some ghillie or some scrim to wrap around your tripod, or maybe even your rifle. Maybe you want a plate carrier, chest rig, or an LBE, Carcajou Tactical can take care of you. They've also got things to make your own ghillie suits with, whether that be the netting, the scrim, the 3D leaves, they've got it all. So thanks to them sponsoring today's video, they've also given me a discount code to give to you to save money for yourself. Now, you can use the code printed across the screen right here, or you can use the link that is pinned in the description of this video. That'll save you 10% off everything at Carcajou Tactical. Back to the video. All right, jumping straight into the pistol setup because I know that you are going to ask, because this thing is one of the best looking 22 pistols on the entire internet. Okay, so at the core, this is the Ruger MkiV from Silencershop. What that means is the barrel is chopped. So what's cool about that is that all ammo is subsonic coming out of here. Even your standard velocity, just cheap bulk 22, is subsonic out of here because the barrel is like, I think 2 inches long or 1.5 inches, something like that. So you're getting very little velocity. So it's really cool, especially when you throw a suppressor on it, because then all of your 22 ammo is subsonic. You ain't got to buy special ammo for that. The grips that I have on it are the Lock Bogey grips in FDE. Coming onto the back of that, we've also got the Tandem Cross Halo charging ring. Also from Tandem Cross is their Victory trigger system in here. Really awesome trigger. It's adjustable, it's flat face. You can adjust the weight and the actual length of the break. Sitting on top of it is just a Hollow Sun 407C, and that is on a Picatinny mount from Zero Tech Optics. It came with one of their Thrive HD dots that I run on a lot of my pistols. Up front, got an Otter Creek Labs Polonium K. This is a 5.56 centerfire cam, so that's not recommended to shoot 22 through, but it sounds pretty good, and I don't have a 22 can yet. So just FYI, you're not supposed to do that. Don't shoot 22 through centerfire cans that cannot be taken apart and cleaned. Sitting on the back of the Otter Creek Labs is the Reardon Atlas. And then on the end of the barrel is the Reardon, I think this is their Minimalist, or I think they just call it the mini muzzle device. And finally, wrapping around the suppressor is the Cold Tack Corset suppressor cover. And I think this is like wheat bag or something like that. I think it's the color. So now that you know everything going on with the pistol, you ain't got to worry about asking me. Now, I'm sure somebody's still going to ask something about it in the comments, so if you do, I'll do my best to answer. But I literally just now covered every single piece on this pistol, so you shouldn't have to ask anything. Anyways, moving on. So now you might wonder, why in the world did I put this together? Because this is kind of expensive for a 22 pistol. I mean, it's no Volquartsen, but it's a pretty expensive 22 pistol. The entire reason that I put this pistol together was because of this picture right here of Travis Haley. Thought it was the coolest thing ever. So he is running, I believe I heard that was the Brown & Buck Mark. So it's Browning's target pistol, similar to like the Mark series from Ruger. And then he's running a 5.56 can on it. Obviously, he's running the aim point on his instead of like a micro dot. So I've actually, through my lead and steel LP1, you see right here, onto this pistol as well, just to give it that Travis Haley vibe, is really, really big, cumbersome, and wasn't doing me any favor. So that's why I'm running the micro dot on it now, but it does look really cool with the big optic on it. But that is the whole reason why I put this pistol together. But the backstory of that picture has some things that I thought was pretty cool, and it's some things that I want to talk about in favor of a 22 LR for fighting. So now, what does a 22 pistol do better than just about everything else? Is suppress. So since 22 LR is really, really good at being quiet, then you can start to use your imagination and put it into these roles where that would be a very big benefit and would make 22 a viable player in your lineup. So starting off with number one. First thing that comes to mind, and reason why you should probably have a 22 LR for your fighting loadout, is taking out anything like guards, sentries, dogs, anything that is an immediate threat, but you're not ready to run loud yet with your primary rifle. So you can use this. Maybe you've got a dog, maybe there's a guard dog sitting outside, you don't want to give away your position. I'm not in favor of shooting dogs, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. ATF, screw you. You don't have any right to shoot a dog, okay? Screw you. ATF is gay. Now, I remember a story, but I don't remember exactly who told it. So if you do remember, please leave it in the comments below. Story was, again, I'm trying my best to remember all this. So the story was, there's a special forces team. They were making entry into a compound with a sniper team. It might have just been a sniper team as a whole, but they're breaking into a compound at night, of course, and there's a bunch of these sleeping Middle Eastern dudes, Taliban, bad guys, ISIS, whoever they were. Bunch of bearded monkeys in flip-flops and bathrobes. They're sleeping in this compound because it's hot as crap, it's the desert. So they're sleeping outside, and the sniper team started pulling out their suppressed 45 ACPs and going around and popping these dudes while they're sleeping. So 22 could very easily fill this exact same role. Dudes are sleeping, you're up close, you get the exact shot placement that you want, and pop, make sure they never wake up. Another option is going to be things like street lights or barn lights or what have you. That's a very big key, especially if you're running nods, because if you can make it dark and you're running nods and the bad guys ain't got nods, they can't see in the dark, well then darkness becomes your ally.
Oh, you think darkness is your ally? You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by it.
So now obviously if we're talking about like a survival situation where you're out for days or weeks at a time, 22 pistol is going to be a really good tool for that as well, because it's phenomenal at taking small game. Especially like a 22 pistol, you ain't got to worry about carrying a bunch of weight. It's not cumbersome. These things are pretty doggone accurate if you get a good one, like the Ruger Mark series, Brown & Buck Marks, Smith & Wesson Victories, especially the target pistols. Really, really accurate pistols, and they tend to be pretty reliable as well. So it's not much to carry, and they're great at taking small game, anything like squirrels, rabbits. Obviously you can take bigger stuff, but most everywhere there's an abundance of small game. So the cool thing about 22 is you're not sacrificing hardly any meat at all, because of just the size of the bullet doesn't ruin anything. So you're getting most of the meat off of the animal that you're harvesting. If you're running suppressed, running subsonic ammo, you're not going to scare off the rest of them in the area. So here in the thick woods, I could shoot most of the squirrels in a small area, and I ain't got to worry about shooting the first one, all of the rest of them going off, just because the sound report doesn't really alarm them and scare them. It's also good if there's people around and you don't want people knowing that you're shooting things. Well, you can run suppressed 22s, and especially in like thick cover, the sound doesn't go hardly anywhere at all. Also, you can carry hundreds, if not 1,000 rounds of 22, and you're not really gonna notice it, as opposed to carrying like 1,000 rounds of 5.56 or 9 or what have you. So you can carry a lot of ammo, and you don't really have to worry about the weight too much, and again, it's great for shooting small game with. So for me, now stick with me a little bit, don't get your panties in a wad. 22, especially like a 22 pistol like this, for me, aside from just being fun, cool, and a good awesome range toy, it's more so of a tool than it is a weapon. Again, stick with me a little bit. I look at this similar to the way that I would look at a pair of bolt cutters or a flare in these types of situations. It's a great tool to have, and when you need them, and nothing else will really do. But I don't really want to rely on this to defend my life with. Because the fact is, 22 LR is an unpredictable round, and is lacking the energy that I would feel comfortable relying on to defend my life with. Two situations that I've been in with 22 LR and 22 LR pistols specifically. First one was, I shot a coyote at night one time. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning. I heard it outside, so I stepped out, 5.56, underwear, shot it. It dropped, started squealing, so I shot it again, and now I've done ripped off 2 rounds of 5.56, and again, 2 o'clock in the morning. And neighbors are relatively close, not super close, and it's not super uncommon for people to be shooting at night a little bit. But again, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, middle of the week. I didn't want to be a bad neighbor. So I was like, okay, well, the thing's still down there kicking. So I went and grabbed a 22 pistol, suppressed it, and walked outside with some subsonic ammo. And now the 5.56 had blew both shoulders completely out. So this thing's just laid on the ground. His chest was completely laid open. I really don't know how it was still alive. But walk up with a 22 pistol, and I mean, I'm like 2 foot from it, right between the eyes. Pull the trigger, watch the round hit, and the dog's still alive. So what in the world? So I squared up on it again, pop, pop. It took 3 rounds of 22 to kill this thing. Now, this is 2 feet away, straight into the head, after it'd been hit with 2 5.56 rounds. So that was a bit of an eye opener for 22 LR, that close distance, and I had to shoot this thing 3 times in the middle of the face to finally kill it. Another situation was me and my buddy were butchering one of his pigs. A little, I don't know, I mean, it's like a 100-pound pig. So we let it out, and we get lined up on it and whatnot. He's got his 22 pistol. It was a Ruger Mark series. So we get that thing, it's broadside. He gets right up on it, like 2-3 foot away, pulls the trigger, hits it right behind the ear, and that thing dropped, was immediately done. So as I mentioned in the intro, I'm sure a lot of you are here because of a video I've previously done on this subject, talking about 22 LR for fighting eels with the Smith & Wesson M&P 1522. Now, if you go back to that video, I'll have it linked right here. Made a lot of people mad. Just go read the comments, they're hilarious. Very eye-opening that most people don't know jack squat about ballistics and what bullets do when they go inside the body. And there's a bunch of comments that were saying that more people have died from 22 LR than any other caliber. First off, that is total bullcrap. Okay, that's not true. It's not true. Homicides and assassinations, that type of stuff, maybe most of those have been done with 22. But as far as more people have died by 22 LR than any other caliber, again, that's bullcrap. Complete bullcrap. But you stick with your argument, whatever. Then I had a lot of comments from LEOs and, law enforcement officers and agents and whatnot. Now, that's what they claim to be. I don't know. This just YouTube comments. It could have been a 12-year-old kid sitting in their mama's bedroom making comments saying they were yada, yada, yada. So I don't know they're true. But there's comments from people claiming to be law enforcement saying that I worked this homicide back in whatever, and it was a 22 LR straight to the back of the head, and the dude died immediately. 22 LR's no slouch. And when looking at that, sure, if you're on the offense, you can get the jump on them, or you can make sure they don't know that you're coming. You can take your time, get good shot placement, put the round exactly where you want to put it. It'll be quiet. Other people probably aren't going to hear it. It's not going to cause much commotion or unwanted attention, and you don't have to worry about them returning fire if they don't die. So yeah, if you're on the offense, 22 LR works pretty doggone good. I just don't want to defend my life. If you're sitting there with anything other than a 22 LR, I'm going to be pretty nervous to shoot you with a 22, because if I don't kill you, chances are you're going to kill me. Now, there's a lot of people that they were saying, oh, if I put 6 rounds in a tight group, then that's going to do the trick. I absolutely agree with you. If you can put 6 rounds in a tennis ball size area on a target, chances are it's going to do the trick. Problem is, you probably suck at shooting. You think that you're going to put 6 rounds on a moving target while you're moving. This target's trying to kill you, and you think you're going to put 6 rounds of 22 in a tennis ball size spot on them when you can't even put a 1 round of 9mm exactly where you want it on a flat range, shooting at a piece of cardboard that is not moving, is not trying to kill you, and you're not stressed out or moving? I don't think so. Okay, I don't think that you're gonna do it. If you can't do it with 9 with 1 round in a relaxed environment, you're not gonna do it with 22 in a life or death situation when everything's moving. Not gonna happen, homie. But back to 22 LR in the offensive situation. It's a viable option if you're on the offense. It's a great tool. I'm not gonna use this as my primary or my secondary. This is gonna be a tool. So chances are I'm gonna have a rifle, a pistol, and then this is gonna be somewhere in the bag in case I need it. But it's not gonna be something that I rely on for life or death situations. So just quick conclusion, the 2 big points that I want to make with this is super quiet, carry a lot of rounds. It's great for taking out guards, dogs, sentries, street lights, breaker boxes, and small game. If any of those things seem likely to the situation that you're imagining, then you should probably pack a 22 LR pistol in your SHTF go bag or kit or whatever you're planning on doing. Just make sure that you got a 22 pistol so that you can handle all of those things. So I've been talking about a whole lot. I'm gonna shoot it before I finish off this video. Again, with that short barrel, even your standard velocity ammo is subsonic. Hopefully I remember to pick that up afterwards. All right, got some targets set up at 100. See if I can pull that off. Got a full mag loaded up. See if I can get at least one on at 100. There we go. Last round. Hopefully y'all heard that. So before I end this video, I want to make a huge announcement. On my last video, I made a request for y'all to pray for my uncle. And I said with full confidence that I believe in the power of prayer and I believe in miracles. Well, I am pleased to tell you that we witnessed a miracle thanks to y'all's praying, thanks to y'all reaching heaven on his behalf. God heard y'all's prayers and he answered them. My uncle came off the ventilator yesterday. So he was on the ventilator for 10 days. His blood pressure spiked out of nowhere, caused a brain bleed, went into kidney failure, lost his vision. Again, he was on the ventilator for about 10 days. He is now off the ventilator, out of ICU, in a regular room. He is walking, talking, eating. He's able to suction his own mouth. His vision came back. His brain bleed is going away and his kidneys are starting to work again. So I cannot thank God enough for hearing y'all's prayers, and I cannot express how much y'all's prayers mean to me and mean to him. I'm sure he is going to have a fit when he goes and reads those comments. I know it'll mean the world to him. So thank y'all so much for y'all's prayers and support. Heaven heard y'all, God answered prayers, and we witnessed a miracle. And if you do not know Christ, I cannot encourage you enough to seek truth, because I know that you'll find Christ when you seek truth. He says, I am the way, the truth, and the life. So if you're seeking truth, you will find him, and I have full confidence about that. If you want to talk about anything, hit me up on Instagram. It'll be linked down in the description of this video. It's Operator Overalls, the same handle. I'm a gun gear photographer, but I do like engaging with people. So shoot me a DM over there. I can respond over there much better than I can respond here, especially if you want to have a conversation. It's not just a quick, small talk response. So I cannot thank y'all for y'all's prayers enough. It means the absolute world to me. Thank y'all for watching this video, and I will catch y'all on the next one.